your trading chart is probably being run like a bankrupt company. You've hired a dozen of trading indicators and you've given them all the same job. And that chaos is costing you real money. I know this because that's exactly how I ran my first trading account. And it's why I blew it up in just 3 months. But in this video, I'm not just giving you another tool. I'm going to make you the CEO of your trading charts. I'll hand you my simple 3-step framework to fire the noise and bring military-grade clarity to every trade that you take. And you can do it all tonight in less than 15 minutes. First, I'll give you the powerful one-job rule to eliminate confusion. Then, you'll get the 15-minute chart audit to clean house immediately. And finally, you'll be able to install the CEO principle in your mind so that the trading chart clutter never comes back. So have you ever stared at your chart with 5 different indicators at the bottom and they are all giving you conflicting signals? The RSI is overbought, but the MACD is crossing up and there's a moving average somewhere in the middle, and it's like being at a crossroads with 3 different navigation voices shouting directions at you. The result? You freeze. You do nothing and you miss the trade. Or worse, you panic and take a random guess. Now, that confusion is not a sign that you are not smart enough to trade. It's proof that your chart is badly managed. That feeling of being overwhelmed and paralyzed is what I call the indicator trap. It's where so many part-time traders get stuck. You are told you need confirmation, so you add another tool. But that new tool just adds another conflicting voice. You end up then spending your precious 30-60 minutes of a day feeling more confused and not more confident. The problem is not the indicators themselves. The problem is that we hire them without a job description. We are turning our charts into a chaotic committee instead of a clean and efficient assembly line. Here's the simple command that changes everything. I call it the one job rule. Here it is. Every single tool on your chart, every line, every indicator is an employee. And it is only allowed to have one specific, clearly defined job. If you can't state it's one job in a single, simple sentence, you should fire it. Immediately, with no appeals. This rule is the first step to shifting from being an overwhelmed analyst in trading to becoming a decisive CEO of your trading charts. This is not about finding a better indicator. It's about becoming a better manager of the ones that you already have. This rule is what gives you back your clarity. And getting clarity on your charts is a huge first step. But does it ever feel like, even with a clean chart, there's still something invisible in your process that's causing the losses? That's exactly why I built the free Why Am I Still Losing Money Trading quiz. It's a powerful 3-minute diagnostic designed to find your #1 trading blind spot and to give you the clarity that you have been searching for. Click the link in the description or on my profile page to take it now and find out if the real cause of your losses is the one that you least expect. So now you have the rule. But a rule is useless without a system to enforce it. It's time to run a performance review of your trading chart. How do you actually put your indicators on trial and decide who gets to keep their job? Look, we're not just going to talk about theory. I'm going to give you the exact tool that you can use the moment this video is over to clean up your charts. It takes less than 15 minutes and it will save you hours of confusion every single week. This is your system for maintaining clarity forever. I call this process the indicator tribunal. You're going to put every single indicator on your chart on trial. Right now, every indicator is guilty of creating clutter until it can prove its value. So let's think about a few common offenders in terms of trading indicators. Many traders use both the RSI and the stochastics indicator. In simple terms, they have the exact same job, to guess if the market is overbought or oversold. When you have both, it's like you've hired 2 people to tell you the time. When their watches are 1 second apart, you are not more certain, you are more confused. You are paying 2 salaries for 1 job and getting less clarity in return. I like to call that a redundancy tax in trading, and you've been paying it with your attention and your capital. So here is how you stop paying that tax. is what I mentioned called the 15-minute chart audit, a simple 3-step process to run your indicator tribunal. So step 1, the cross-examination. For each indicator on your chart, you must answer this question out loud. What is your one job? For example, for a 21-period exponential moving average, the answer might be, my job is to be a dynamic guide from the medium-term trend. That's a clear job. If you can't answer it that simply, the indicator is fired. Step 2, the redundancy check. Look at your remaining indicators. Do any of them have the same or a very similar job? Do you have, like for example, 2 momentum indicators, 2 trend indicators? If so, you must fire one. Pick the one that you understand the best and that shows up the clearest on the chart. You cannot have 2 employees doing the same job. Then step 3, the performance review. For the final surviving indicators, ask the deciding question. Do you help me make a clear yes or no decision? Or do you just create a maybe? If an indicator consistently makes you hesitate or second guess, it's not a valuable advisor. It creates doubt, not clarity. So fire it. This simple audit will likely remove 90% of the clutter from your charts, leaving you with only the essential tools that actually help you make trading decisions. Now, why does this work so well? Because it forces a secret that most gurus likely ignore. They tell you add indicators for confirmation, but they never tell you what should be in charge. They never give you the chain of command that you need to follow in your trading. This was a tough lesson for me, but it changed everything. It was 2013, my first few months of trading, and I thought the secret was finding the perfect combination of indicators. I felt lost looking at a plain price chart, so I added moving averages, then the RSI, then the stochastics, then the MACD. I honestly thought more data meant better decisions. An entry signal would appear on one indicator, but then it would immediately be contradicted by another. I was completely paralyzed. Then I'd get that awful feeling of FOMO and jump into the trade anyway, usually when 2 of the 4 indicators briefly agreed. The result was pure chaos. I was overtrading, making emotional decisions, and my account was bleeding out. In 3 months, I blew up my first account. The lesson I learned in that failure was not that I needed a better indicator. It was that I needed to get rid of nearly all of them and finally learn to read the price chart itself. It's the same lesson that the greatest traders in history, like Jesse Livermore, learned over 100 years ago. He didn't have fancy software. His edge came from reading the tape. That is, analyzing the flow of price directly. Price was his boss. And that brings us to the most important mental model in this entire video. It's the one shift that will protect your capital and your confidence forever in trading. I call it the CEO principle. And it's simple. Price action is the CEO. And your indicators are just junior analysts. First, price action is the CEO. The price chart itself, the candles, the bars, is the only thing that actually pays you. It makes the final binding decisions. It's the ultimate authority. Your job is to learn to read what the CEO is telling you. Second, indicators are junior analysts. An indicator is just a junior employee who runs in late with a report. That report is always based on the past. It's just a mathematical echo of what has already happened. You would never let a junior analyst make a multi-million-dollar decision for your company. So why would you ever let one your trades? When you truly adopt this principle, you realize that looking for confirmation from an indicator is backwards. That's like the CEO closing a deal and then running to the mailroom intern for approval. It's mad. This should be your new philosophy going forward. Number 1, command your tools. Never again let an indicator on your chart exist without a single clear job description. You are in charge of your workspace. Number 2, trust the CEO. From now on, your primary focus is reading what price action tells you. All other data is secondary, a footnote in the main report. Number 3, master your craft. Use this clear foundation to master 1 or 2 price action patterns and not collect a dozen more indicators. This is the path to a repeatable and stress-free trading process. This newfound clarity is freedom. Freedom from second guessing, freedom from paralysis, and freedom from the lie that you are not smart enough to do this. You are. You just had a badly managed trading chart. Now you are the CEO of your trading charts. A clean trading chart will help you to see the bigger picture. But clarity is useless if you don't have a process. The real secret is having a simple trading checklist to follow so that you are not guessing what to do next. So check out this video where I give you the exact part-time trading checklist I used to stop making mistakes and finally build consistency. See you in that video.